Made it, done the Las Vegas bits, done the sights, now here to do the work. 125 miles, 5 days of Death Valley. The weather, it's now 5:45 at night, the weather is 120 degrees. It's probably as I expected it. The wind is very, very hot. It's okay. I feel although there's 2 days to go, but what the hell, we'll have 2 days rest here, we'll start our wrecking and see where we go from there. This is it, day one, and what a place to start. 25 miles a day, looking forward to it, bit apprehensive, but not feeling too bad. Yeah, it's time to go, get this thing going. But as you can see, it's really nice scenery, so I'll take it all in. Right, let's get the rock out of here and go.
Good luck, mate.
Good luck, mate. Oh, no. I'm not drinking that stuff anymore.
No. Which one, the left one?
We are, end of the first day, 25 miles completed, all gone very smoothly, and he's coming in, you can't really see him now, I'll pan in. There we go, about half a mile left, looking good. Someone's pleased with themselves.
Head up, Jim.
25 down, 100 to go.
Well done. Good stuff.
Feeling very tired, legs aching, knee very sore. For the last 12 miles I've had really bad stomach. Lesson learned, trying to mix electrolyte and carbohydrate. Every time I've tried to drink water, the water's gone down and it's come straight back up. But as I say, 25 down, 100 to go. Let's go back in the van. It's not falling down.
approaching the 2-hour mark of the second day. Just about to come in and take a break. As you can see, we're in the middle of nowhere. Nothing around for miles. Apart from a car, of course. Day 2, 50 miles completed. Just coming in now. Last couple of 100 metres.
Hands up, Jim.
Come on, son. Well done.
Hard, very hard. 50 down, 75 to go. Stomach, really bad. Too much water. It's not going through, too much water. I'm going in the van. Want some spray? Jim.
Right, it's 9:30 in the evening, second day. I feel absolutely exhausted. I've only been running alongside Jim. Jim must be absolutely in bits, because I feel like I have. I spent most of the afternoon asleep, just been for a meal now, and I'm ready for bed again. Apart from that, things are going very well. Jim's completed the first day, excellent, no problem at all. Second day, he started to look a bit jaded, just hope that doesn't carry along the jadedness into the third, fourth and fifth day. We decided to take more breaks, give him more time to recover. We need to do more stretching, give him more massage. I think he'll be okay. Anyway, looking forward to it. I'll speak to you soon.
Good evening. It's Friday evening. It's approximately 21:40 hours. It's the end of day 2. I'd like to say so far it's been quite smooth. No major hiccups. The first day went quite smooth as well. I think Jim found it quite easy. I feel now that the second day, the first 12 miles, very smooth. Second 12 miles, a bit more difficult, but no major problems we came across. I feel personally the fourth and fifth day will be the hardest days, but I feel that on the last day he'll pull through quite sensibly and quite well. Overall, it's been quite an interesting experience. I feel like Jim's enjoying it himself personally, and I feel that he'll finish it.
What can I say? The day started well. I started at a nice bit of shade, although it was in the high 90s. The first 12 miles was going okay, although I did have quite a bit of fatigue in my legs. I started to up my water intake from yesterday. Yesterday I was taking about half a litre every 2.5 miles. Today I was doing half a litre every mile and a half, which proved to be a mistake later on. At the 12-mile point, I went into my rest period into the vehicle. Didn't feel that comfortable in there. Didn't take any more carbohydrate in because yesterday I felt that taking in the carbohydrate and the fluid electrolyte, it didn't mix that good, so I didn't take it. Started off the second 12, and straight away hit the wall. My fatigue in my legs, I then started taking the water. The water didn't go anywhere. It then became very hard. It didn't help in the fact that the road became very straight and I could see the finish from miles off. Then I'd climb and then I'd dip down and I couldn't see it anymore. And this started to play mind tricks on me. The water wouldn't go down. I was taking it in a lot still, but it just wouldn't go down. Then for the last 3 miles I just had enough. I didn't take any water in. Finished. Tony, James were there for me. I wasn't interested in them. I just wanted to get in the van, out of the way. In fact, if it had been all handshakes and claps, I'd have just ignored them and got in anyway. Proof was in the pudding. As soon as I got back into the accommodation at Furnace Creek, I just let loose and I must have lost about 3 or 4 litres of water. It was bloated, it just came straight up. Obviously, lesson learned, I'd taken in too much water. Now, going back to the drawing board, we've talked it over, and what we're going to plan to do is put in extra rests, take in less water, and then start drinking a little and often, but add into the water some carbohydrate. I mean, it's a learning curve for us all, and it's a learning curve for me. Now, well, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Night night. Those mountains over there, that's my finish point today. It's going to be a very hard day. It's going to be a hard climb.
Day 3, from 50 miles to 75 miles. And it's 07:30 in the morning, and over to Jim.
Tony just said, done 50, we've got 75 to go. We're heading off to the north. Today we expect to be the hardest day. After 12 miles we've got a hill that's going to last 10 miles. It's going to be hard. We don't have the same problems we had yesterday with the water. It should be okay, but we'll see how it goes.
The normal routine in the morning, as soon as Jim gets out of the vehicle, he'll get completely wet down, therefore he'll obviously keep his body nice and dry. He'll have some water, do some light stretching, with his, obviously with put his pulse meter on as well, and he'll start off in the next few minutes.
So I'm going to go for one about every 25 minutes. Next one, Day 3.
Here we are, Furnace Creek, 3rd day, approximately 1 mile from the start. route today will consist of, as before, 25 miles. The first 12 miles of this route is on slightly undulating ground and terrain. We come to the junction of Beatty's Hill, which would be a 10-mile climb for Jim, and I feel would be probably the hardest thing he'll probably do over the next 3 days.
Feeling quite good at the minute.
As you can see at the mile mark, Jim didn't require any spraying today. Here we are, about 2.5 miles into the run. Jim's coming up to the first little undulating ground. The problem about this area is that it actually is quite busy on the road. Because we're beside Furnace Creek, the traffic's quite difficult at times. Here we are on a route onto Hales Peak. At the moment we're approximately 11 miles from the top of the peak and 1.5 miles from the bottom of the climb. I can see Jim's running off into the far distance. I'm now going to pan across over to the peak and the route which we'll be taking. And there you can see in the centre of the frame is the peak which we're going to climb. Here we are at the start of the 10-mile climb. Here we are, day 3, approximately 63 miles into the run. In the far distance you can see Badwater, and from about 65-70 miles down south there, this is where Jim's first started. And as you can see, looking very good today, very fresh. Approximately now 5 miles to the top of the hill. Here we are at the top of the hill of Hell's Gate. Jim's got approximately now 400 meters to reach the top. Overall, his performance today has been very, very good.
Devil's Gate, no problem.
Third day, another 25 miles completed. Big hills, big tester today. He's done perfectly well. Looked really good all the way through. Well done.
Well done, mate.
Excellent.
Today was supposed to have been the hardest day. Physically, it was. Mentally, it was the easiest. Maybe it was because we had such a bad day yesterday. I really enjoyed that. I gave the hat and the water bottle up there so I could stretch off and have a bit of a run down the last 2-3 miles. It was okay. It was okay. Anyway, time to get back in the van. And for the first time in 3 days, I'm actually feeling hungry. I'm going to have something to eat. Early evening of day 3. Run's over. I'm very tired. Feet are very sore. Black toenails. I'm very tired now. As I said earlier, the run did go okay, but the after effects are bad. All I do when I come back on a run, I shower, and then I sleep, then I get up and I run. Although tonight I will try and eat something. I've not been able to eat anything. I've been drinking pure carbohydrates, so it's not as if I'm starving. But I try and eat even salad. I just leave it. It's too much. Like it's too much for my system. I'll be glad when this is over now. 3 runs done, 2 to go. I was really tired. After, I've said things like, oh, I'll have a few beers when I finish. No, I don't think so. I think all I will do is actually just sleep. Hi, day 4, start. Done nothing really into this today. I feel very tired, very lethargic. Took it out of me yesterday, I think. Took it out of me, although I still felt quite fresh. But I'm just going to crack on now and just get on with it. Today's a nothing day. Yesterday was the hard day. Tomorrow's the final day. Today is just the day I'm just going to get on with. So I'll crack on with it. Get on with it.
Here we are, day 4, 10 miles into the run. As you can see, Jim is now on the road, which will take us up to Scotty Castle, which is approximately 36 miles away and 4 miles from the finish. Here we are, end of day 4. Approximately 100 miles James has covered, and the last 300 meters is coming in very strong. Today Jim's morale has been very, very high and in good spirits. At the start of this morning it was slightly low, but within about 15-20 minutes his morale was very, very high.
Well done.
Four done, 1 to go. Started quite negative, but picked up and went through. It's very hot, probably the hottest it's been. We think it's well between 115 and 120. I'll talk later, I've got to go in the van. Oh well, the end of day 4, 100 miles down, 25 to go. Today was always going to be a difficult run because it was a nun run. Yesterday was the middle of the week. The run was going to be hard. Tomorrow is the end of the run. So today was really a nun run. What's really got me about this place, it's amazing how your mood swings really go. This morning I started off, I was very negative. I was biting at anything, I was worse than a rattlesnake. But within 20 minutes, half an hour, I was up on a high. It's incredible. Everybody's noticed that the mood's just swinging. The heat today, it started at the high 90s and it finished around about 115, 120. But it was the ground temperature that was really getting to you. My toes are very swollen. I've got very swollen toes now, very sore and very painful. But the ground temperature was around about 150 to 160 degrees. And every time you put one foot in front of the other, you felt the heat coming back up. It's just incredible. Unless you've actually been here and you've actually run, you can't describe it. I've learned a lot since I've been here. I knew this was going to be hard. I knew the heat was going to be extreme, but until you've actually ran in Death Valley, you cannot appreciate it. I mean, you'll see on the video, you'll see in the newspapers, but unless you actually experience it, you can't. People go by me in the cars and they stop or slow down and say, "Are you crazy? You're mad. Why are you doing that?" And I've tried to explain to them that why I'm doing this, and they can't see why you're doing it. It's senseless. It's senseless. But I've done it. I've done it for a reason. I said I was going to come out here. I said that one of the things I would come out, I intended to come out and suffer, to show what suffering cancer victims go through. And without fear of contradiction, I've done that. It's been verified all the way with a Daily Mail photographer. He's been with us all the time. So even if I wanted to cut a run short or not even bother going it, there was not a chance that was ever going to happen. Not that I would ever even cross my mind anyway. But I've done it. I've achieved all so far 100 miles. I've got 25 miles tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be very hard. I'm going to climb to 3,500 feet from about 250 feet. So I've got a long old climb, long steep climb. But what the hell? I mean, when I get to the top, you know, I'm going to be finished. No more. No more having to, when I come back, I'm having to get James to stretch me out. Yeah? No more of just, it's 3 o'clock now. I'm just going to bed, waking up at 6 o'clock, going to dinner for half an hour, coming back, and then going to bed. No more, you know, it'll be finished. Oh well, saying that, it's time I did go to bed. Okay then, so, right, night. 5th day, last day, up for this now. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, my toes are swollen, bruised. Yes, they're pushing against my trainers, but I don't really care. I've got 25 miles to do. 25 hard miles. We're going to climb from about 250 feet to 3,500, and most of that's going to come in the last third. We're actually going to go up to those hills in the far distance. That's going to take about 4 hours. But 4 hours hard work and it's finished. Then I can start thinking about, well, I can start getting a life back. It's been hard. It's been very hard. Would I do it again? No. Would I recommend anybody to do it? No. No, not at all. Anyway, I'm going to get myself ready and I'm going to get on with it.
Here we are on the 5th day. Jim's starting off his 25-mile run. At this stage, Jim has done about 15 miles. And the last 4 to 5 miles has been quite a steady and steep climb.
Less than 10 miles to go.
At the checkpoint, elevation 2,242 meters. We're approximately 3 miles away from Scotty Castle, and then from there, and now 4 miles to the finish. Here we are, Scotty's Castle, approximately 3,000 feet above sea level. Scotty's Castle, approximately 4.5 miles from the finish. end of 125 miles on the border between California and Nevada. This is going to be the finish line at 125 miles exactly. And on the map there, the high peak on the right hand side, that's where we are now. That's how far we've climbed. From the left hand side, the low ground at Badwater, to the high ground. And as you can see, there's a pan round to the left here. Jim is approaching in the distance. Come on, Jim. Go on, Jim. Well done, Jim. Congratulations, mate. All I can say is not bad for a middle-aged man. You happy? It's like a ribbon.
Well, it's all over. 125 miles. Finished. 7 months of hard organisation. Hundreds of miles of training. It's finished. But today was the road from hell. I thought the second day would be hard, but today was the road from hell. I started at virtually 0 feet and I climbed to 3,500 feet. There was no downhill, it was just one uphill. By the time I got to the halfway mark, I was on a high. It was the last day, very tired. When I started going the last 10 miles, it was climbed very, very steep. It was the equivalent of starting at the bottom of Ben Nevis and just running to the top without stopping. That's the only analogy I can use. My feet are very swollen. I became very emotional at the top don't know why, but as soon as I went through the finish, the whole 125 miles of fatigue just caught up with me. Every other day, even after the second day when I wasn't feeling well, it was okay. It wasn't particularly a hard run. Today was very hard. 125 miles is a long, long way. Now, what's next? I don't know. The way I feel at the moment, nothing. I'm just going to be glad to get back. We're now back in Vegas. We decided to get out of the heat and come back to Vegas. We've actually dropped from something like 45 degrees, which is around about 115, 120, into just barely 100 degrees. And we're calling that cool. And we do notice the difference as well. But, well, I haven't got a lot more to say really. I've enjoyed it. I've achieved what I wanted to do. But I've failed, I believe, in what I wanted to achieve, in the fact that I haven't raised the amount of money I wanted. Yes, I've still got my auction. Yes, I've still got a bit of fundraising, but I'm not going to do it. Who do I blame? I don't blame me. I sent out 3,500 letters. 1% replied to me, and out of that, very few corporate sponsors. I blame the corporates. You know, they are the people with the money. They are the givers. For me, they didn't respond. I can't blame the publicity. I've had the publicity. I've had the Daily Mail with me here, on the run with me every single day. They've photographed and verified the distance. Maybe if it gets published, then something will come of it. But if not, I don't know. But at least I've given something. Okay then, that's the end for me. The end of Break Through the Barrier.